Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, and welcome back to Oh Snap. Or if you're new here, welcome to the community. In today's video, we're going to talk about 5 things to help you get the best of every situation and thereby creating a life you truly desire for yourself. Before we get into it though, let me say something first. We all know those days where we're just dragging ourselves through our daily routines, just trying to make it through the day. These are the days where one can get caught up complaining about stuff like money, a job, or colleagues, you name it. These are the days where we don't really experience life anymore. But every once in a while, you find yourself reading about something or hearing something that's really eye-opening, something that can actually make a difference. We, for example, learned a ton of valuable lessons by reading amazing books, some of which you can find in our top 10 list of books we can recommend to everyone. The links are in the description. By the way, let us know what's your biggest struggle right now in the comments and we will reply 100% and try to help you as best as we can. And also, watch this video until the end to get the most value out of it and don't forget to take notes. Today though, we want to share a few of the things we learned over the last few years, and let me tell you, some of the following principles will sound like the biggest cliches, but I promise that they will make a difference if you listen to what's behind them and actually give them a shot. So let's stop wasting time and get into it. Number 1. Happy habits. We learn about these simple acts from the book Slight Edge, and they really make a difference if you perform them on a daily basis. As you probably know, creating a habit isn't the easiest thing in the world. They usually take 1-2 months to properly become automatic, but once they're set, it's hard to break them. The good thing about happy habits though is that they are pretty easy to implement and you can get used to them pretty quickly. So here are 5 of the habits mentioned in the book. Number 1. Every morning after you wake up, write down 3 things that you're truly grateful for and try to think of new things to mix it up. They can be seemingly simple things like having a warm bed or more personal things like your family, your friends, and so on. This makes you start the day in a positive way, and finding gratitude early in the morning can be a huge boost for your mood and for the entire day. Number 2. Journal for 2 minutes per day about one positive experience you had in the last 24 hours. Again, it doesn't matter what you experienced, what matters is that it was something positive. Just try to describe the situation in a very detailed manner so that you can kind of relive that situation and feel the joy again. And if you don't want to use pen and paper, or if you forgot them, simply use your phone and get it done there. Number 3. Perform a random act of kindness every day. Let's be honest, there's nothing like the feeling you get when you bring joy to others. Holding the door open for someone, offering your seat, or simply greeting someone with a big smile, these are all things that make others and yourself feel better, and it can work wonders. Trust me. Number 4. Meditate daily. Meditating doesn't have to be a 1 hour, 30 minutes, or even 20-minute spiritual experience. It can be as simple as dropping what you're doing, closing your eyes, relaxing, and listening to your breathing. Doing this in your lunch break, in the morning, or before going to bed can calm you down immensely, and over time, you will be able to think more clearly and perform better at whatever it is you're doing. Just keep it simple and go from there. Number 5. Exercise for at least 15 minutes per day. I can't stress this enough. Exercise is really important for your body and your overall health, but you probably know that too. The thing about it is that you don't have to go to the gym for 2 hours, 6 days a week to call it exercise. Instead, it can be anything from going for a walk, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, or doing something like jumping jacks. Anything to get the blood flowing really, and your heart pumping. And that will be better than doing nothing, and it will show, mentally as well as physically. As you can see, these 5 habits can be implemented pretty easily, and they don't require a lot of work because you can even combine some of them. Implementing habits doesn't have to be this huge deal. Just go one habit at a time and build on that. It's about performing simple tasks on an everyday basis and being consistent with them. Other great habits to have could be rather simple things like waking up early or reading a few pages of a book every day. There are also more ambitious habits like trying to see the positive in every or most situations, or trying to savor the moment by just being more present. A great tip I can give you for the latter is looking up in the sky for like 5 to 10 seconds. If you look at the sky for more than just a fleeting moment, you realize that it's actually really beautiful pretty much all the time. It always calms me down and makes me appreciate the moment. Everyone has had bad days and days where nothing seems to work out. Just power through those days, don't let them get you down, and try to make the next day a little bit better. Your mind is the strongest tool you have. It commands everything you do and think. If you use it to your advantage, you can create amazing things and elevate the quality of your life immensely. Simply start by doing something. Number 2. Treat other people how you want to be treated. One person's success is not achieved at the expense or exclusion of the success of others. Create a win-win situation. That's a quote by Stephen Covey, author of the well-received book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This one is a classic saying that you've probably heard before in some way 100 times, but now you're hearing it for the 101st time because it's simply true. Just be nice to people and treat everyone with respect, no matter their race, gender, social status, age, or whatever. If you always keep this quote in the back of your mind, you will easily create new, powerful connections and have many eye-opening experiences. Again, there will be days where you're not on top of your game and where you encounter things that trigger you, and that's okay. Just try to power through it and don't let it get you down. Your time is too precious to be wasted on stuff like that. Life's too short to not be a decent person. Number 3. Try finding your purpose in life. Most people die at 25, but aren't buried until 75. Another quote, this time by the one and only Benjamin Franklin. What Franklin is saying here is that most people settle for a life they don't truly desire, only to find themselves in an unhappy situation years later. People do this for all kinds of reasons, be it social pressures, the uncertainty of going another route, or something entirely different. The worst part about it is that the standard route doesn't seem like a bad idea at first. In fact, it actually seems to make sense. It's only after a while that most people realize that this way of life doesn't actually fulfill them. Finding your purpose in life is another way of saying finding and following your passion. Think for yourself, what's the ideal life for you, and picture yourself living it. Or actually try developing a game plan. What are some of the things you're good at? What are the things you love doing? These are the things you should be pursuing. And if you're not sure as to what those things might be for you, start trying out all kinds of things, new things, to find your own way. In the end, the world is still your playground. And the best part about it, there have never been as many options ever before as compared to now. The age of the internet, and especially social media, offers so many opportunities for literally everyone. In the past, people had to take immense risks to follow their passions, and the barriers of entry were incredibly tough to overcome. Nowadays, you can get unbelievable results by leveraging the power of social media and using it to your advantage. There are countless techniques and tricks you could use that will make your path a little bit easier. So many that I can't dive too deep into them in this video. But if you want to learn more, you can check out our latest blog post or one of our ebooks. The links are in the description. The world is constantly changing, and soon things may not be the way they used to be. Looking at big companies taking over so many parts, the least you can do is give it a shot right now, because when it's all said and done, the only things we regret are the things we didn't do, and the chances we didn't take. The world is full of opportunities. All it needs is someone like you who can make a difference. Number 4. Seek to improve constantly. The constant desire to improve yourself in every aspect of life is a very noble goal and is definitely worth practicing. But be mindful about it. Please don't start comparing yourself and your progress to that of others. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "Comparison is the thief of joy." And he's right. I often notice myself doing just this in the gym with guys who have been training like 5 years longer than me. But where does that make any sense? Stay focused on your own path and don't try to think too much about what others are doing. Instead of comparing yourself to others today, you should compare yourself to who you were 1 year ago. The thing is, comparing yourself with others is normal, but if you manage to break that thought process once it starts, you are ahead of 95% of the others because they will still be caught up with everyone else's business. Just stay focused on yourself and keep on consistently doing all those small tasks that get you closer to whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. Small actions performed consistently over time add up. That's the power of the compound effect. Another advice I can give you is that you have to learn from past mistakes. They don't even have to be yours. It sounds simple, but lots of people don't do it. Learning from mistakes will get you there even faster. Number 5. It's never too late for a change. The following quote is a paragraph from D. Whately's The Winner's Edge. Third time's the charm, right? The winning human being realizes that everything in life is volitional, even being alive. Everything I decide to do, nothing I have to do. You don't have to work, pay taxes, have babies, or even get up in the morning. You decide to do these things because they are profitable to you and the best choice among the alternatives available to help you along toward your goals. People who have to do things are irresponsible. They are not in control. They are letting life happen to them. Losers let it happen. Winners make it happen. I know, it's a bit harsh, but the fundamental point is true. If you don't like what's happening, try changing the situation to your advantage. You are always in control of your life and what you do with it. Be responsible and stop blaming others or luck. Be proactive and worry about the things you can control. Have the guts to quit something if it doesn't work or if it isn't making you happy. I'm not saying it's easy, but it is possible. And if you want to take making it happen even further, you could even try to start your own business, preferably something that's centered around your passion. Utilize the power of social media and get creative. Chances are there are always people seeking advice in every aspect of life. People that you can deliver value to. We believe that you can make it happen and we support you. Feel always free to reach out anytime. I once saw a video on YouTube where 100 people were asked how much money they make in a year, and it became clear that a lot of people are not open to talk about money, which is not helpful. We have to overcome this mental block and be more open about money because, well, we all depend on it. Spending money on useless things, being in debt, and a general aversion of this topic are very common nowadays, and not confronting it is not helping. We don't want anyone to end up looking back and realizing that they are not in the position they could be, and that they could, in fact, be happier. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. That was a lot, I know, but I hope that you could find some valuable things in here. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing content, and don't forget to check out some of our blog posts for even more insights. With that said, never let go of your dreams, and peace out.